Good morning, Navru.
Good morning.
My name is Lana. I work with Mabel and Brenna. Okay. They asked me to come and do some treatment with you today. So what I would like to do is get you out of bed using the mechanical lift and then take you to the gym and we can do some standing and a little bit of walking in the parallel bars. Would that be okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
Good. This is Tanaz. She's a student with the OTP PTA program.
Hi.
Would it be okay if she joined us today?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand you've used this lift before, but I'm going to explain to Tanaz how we're going to do this. This is the sling that is most appropriate for your size, and how we know that is if this goes kind of across the shoulder blades, and this part here should hit just at the coccyx or a little bit lower, okay? So this sling is gonna be donned while the patient is in bed. This does not have to go cover the entire bottom, okay? So as long as it's in that area, okay? So in order to do that, we need 2 people typically, okay? And then we can raise the bed up so that we're using good body mechanics.
And do you want me to flatten the bed out?
Yes, please. Is it okay if I take this sheet off? So in order to don the sling and get the sling under the patient, we're gonna have her do some bed mobility. Okay, so if you can bring your knee up and just reach towards that side of the bed and turn onto your side for me. Perfect. We're going to place the sling where we want it and bring it underneath the patient kind of halfway. Now there are buckles and we don't want too many wrinkles under the patient's skin, so we try and get it there as best as we can. Okay, now you come back towards me and come, there we go. She's a good roller.
Sure she is.
Okay, so one person on either side, making sure that the patient feels secure and back on your back. Good. So we're just gonna do some adjustments here, and I'm gonna remove the pillow. Put your head back. Okay. Now in order to hook these up to these, the lift properly, we're gonna bring this under, and it's gonna fold over her thigh. Okay. So we'll get that in place first, and tug down a little bit, there we go. And then we're just going to secure the straps together, okay? There we go. How you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm going to widen the basis of support on the left, so long as it fits under okay. Okay. And then we're going to get her hooked up. Okay. I like the positioning of this. I'm going to bring it closer to the top. Sometimes it takes a while to maneuver and get the positioning right. Okay, so first thing we can do is hook up her shoulders. Okay, so we can use the bed to help us with that. Bring the bed up and a little bit closer to where we need it. And we can also lower the broom a little bit. The one thing you don't want to be doing is pulling and tugging and struggling more than you have to. Use the equipment and bring the patient closer to or bring the lift down. So this clips very easily. Okay. How are you doing? I can bring it down a little bit more. attached that's not touching. There we go. Once you've clipped it, we've got these little green tabs here that we want to pull through. And that's just your fail safe. That just means that the clips are secure and they're not gonna come off. Okay, we'll do the same thing to the leg clips right here. Clip them and place this, the fail safe through. Good. So, how are you doing now?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go for a ride?
For sure.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna lower the bed just until the sling is taut. It's pulled taut, and that'll give us the ability to adjust if we need to. We're gonna make sure at this point that there's nothing pinching or nothing's gonna get caught. Everything is inside. You're gonna instruct the patient to give herself a little bit of a hug, and I'm gonna start to raise her up off the bed. Now we only need to bring the lift as high as we need to, just to get her to clear the bed. We don't want her up really high, dangling, as well as we don't want to be going long distance with this. Okay, so she is cleared from the bed, and I'm gonna get Tanaz to come around to operate and move the lift while I stay with the patient. Bring it up just a touch more. I'm gonna stay with you, okay? Are you still comfortable?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You might bring the legs together now. And lower her down just a slight bit. Alright, so I just want to show one more thing. When the patient is in the lift, you can use this handle here to adjust her positioning. Okay, so sitting up a little bit more in the lift will enable her to see and look around a little bit more, as opposed to almost lying down where all she can see is the ceiling. So this is a little scarier. You're going to want to be sitting a little bit further up, and this also allows for her to be positioned in the wheelchair correctly. Okay? All right. As well, there are handles back here that can be used to adjust the patient's positioning. So you're going to want to widen the legs again. Good. And come and bring her over the wheelchair. Good. Further and right back. So I'm going to make sure that she's positioned properly. I'm going to have her sit upright so that her bottom goes way back into the chair. And just to also be on the safe side, I'm going to dump the chair just slightly, which means that you just tip it. If the patient was in a tilt wheelchair, you would tilt back slightly as well. But this just makes sure that her bottom is coming in contact with the very back of the chair. Okay, you can start lowering her. Once the patient is safely seated in the chair, we can start unhooking her. She's gonna have to go down just a bit more maybe. Okay. Good. Perfect. Thank you.
Do you want me to take the lift?
Yes, please. patient is positioned properly in the chair, we're gonna wanna remove the sling. We don't want the sling to stay underneath here for any longer than we need to. So in order to do that, I'm gonna get her to lean sideways.
Sorry.
And we're gonna tuck the sling under here and back here. And then this way. We're very careful when we're taking the sling out that we're not causing any shearing. And I can see that she slid down a little bit, so I'm gonna get her back. Good. All right. So now we're going to the parallel bars to do some exercises. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do some off-roading.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So, I'm gonna get you inside to the parallel bar, so there's gonna be a little bit of a bump here. Good. Can you put those brakes on for me? Put the transfer on for me.
Sure.
Okay. We're gonna do some standing, a little bit of walking, and then back into the chair. So I'm gonna remove the footrests. Away from these. We're gonna get some good supportive footwear on you. Okay. You good? Need some help?
That's okay.
All right, lean forward. Is it okay if I put this on you? Good. Lean forward. This just gives me something to hang on to, okay? So it's just safety for both of us. A little bit snug, but it'll loosen up when you stand up. It has to be snug. Okay? Second, give me the tape. Yeah. Okay. So your left leg is partial weight bearing, which means that you can put a little bit of weight on it. But when you advance your legs, I want you to put 50% of the weight through your arms. So you're going to use this for that, okay? So we're going to get to the end, okay? And then I'm going to get you to turn around and come back. So we're practicing a little bit of standing, a little bit of walking, and also how to transfer in and out of your wheelchair safely. Okay, can you lean forward for me? Scoot to the edge of the chair. Good job. And can you bring this foot forward slightly? This one can go back. Yeah. This one is slid forward so that you put less weight on it during the transfer. Okay. Brakes are on both sides. All right, on the count of 3, I want you to push up from the arms of the chair. And once you're standing, you can hold on to both of these, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Now, if you take a step forward with this, I want you to push through the arms of the bars, okay? Good job. Good job. Remember to only put part of your weight through that left leg. Good. So I'm going to get you to turn away from me and put both hands on that bar. Good. Good. How does that feel?